Okay, so Hulu is telling the story of Freaknik in their upcoming documentary entitled Freaknik, The Wildest Party Never Told. Now, everybody has their opinions on whether it should be told or not because they're like, oh, it's the wildest party never told for a reason. It's for black people anyway, all that, yada, yada, yada. Absolutely understand you. I get it. So just a little quick backstory. If you don't know, Freaknik was a party that happened. It started in 1982 as a small picnic for HBCU students in Atlanta, and it expanded into this cultural moment that everybody and their mom at that time would go to. It ended in the late 90s due to other reasons. So this documentary is chronicling the rise and the fall of that moment in time, honestly. Jermaine Dupri's a part of it. Uncle Luke is a part of it. It has a roster of people that, in my opinion, understand the culture. They understand the story. Most of them was probably there, you know what I'm saying? And so while they are saying that it is the wildest party never told, it has actually been told. So I just want to also clear that up. Y'all remember the era of True Life. So MTV did a True Life episode entitled Freaknik. I personally don't remember that episode, but I went on YouTube and I saw it and I was like, oh, so I guess it was told at one point. But if you have any concerns like, oh, this is our story, why are they telling it? Number one, it's already been told before. Number two, the people involved are telling their story in reality. Because if you have people like Uncle Luke and you got JD and you got Swirl Films and you have all these people, plus they're online asking for footage, images from people that were actually there. So they're doing their due diligence. So for me, I'm like, I was not even born in 1982. This is what I'm waiting for. I don't know. I've heard stories, you know, but when a cheap chick better head down a Freaknik, that's not a story, that's a lyric. But like, I understand the music relevance, I understand the cultural elements, and it's a part of my culture, except I wasn't old enough to go there. And it's a moment in time. So in the documentary, they posed the question, can the magic of Freaknik be brought back 40 years later? And I can already ask that, no. But it's cool to see that moment in time because we're never going to get it back. You can replicate it, but you'll never be able to duplicate it exactly. That was before social media. I'm not saying social media ruined a lot of things. I'm just saying moments back then cannot be had in a social media era. The big ass camcorders, everything is pint sized these days. You know what I'm saying? They're getting smaller and smaller. So just the style, like, I understand we want to preserve our history, but someone like me, that is a part of my history and I want to learn it. I'm ready to see some of y'all mamas and y'all daddies, because my parents weren't there, I know for a fact. But I'm ready to see some of y'all mamas and y'all daddies. Some of my aunts might have been there. My friend's mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to relive those moments. And I understand we want to preserve our history, but I don't see this taking a part of it. I see this as for us. And yeah, so what other people see it, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't. We are a culture. We are multifaceted. Every part, whether you want to accept it or not, we have all these parts about us. So for me, I'm ready for it. Okay. Bring on the embarrassing, funny moments. Bring on the history. Bring on the stories that, you know, y'all aunties and uncles been telling around the table as they reminisce. And then when y'all done with Freaknik, y'all need to tell the Greek Fest. Because that's my town. You know what I'm saying? They used to have the Greek Fest in Asbury. Still wasn't old enough to go. But I heard the stories, okay? And I've seen the scars of older people in my family and friends that have, because they've been there, they were, you know. So after we tell Freaknik, let's tell Greek Fest. But let me know your thoughts. Do y'all think they should be telling it Freaknik? Are y'all here for it? Are you against it? Can you wait? Do you got some footage that y'all would like to submit? Like, what's up? So let me just know. I'm interested to hear.